Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest Walk Tutorials. I am KoTGZ, and in this video we're going to go over the new Hokora season in terms of the main Hokora ruler that is going to be the Megaton Kale. So with this, going to go over to our notices section. So pretty much first thing right here, we're going to have information about the new season. So right here, so from the 18th we have a new season, so featuring the Megaton Kale, so season 1. So pretty much from this start here, we're going to again have the new Hokora ruler, as well as also a new ranking system. So for this, on the 25th and also August 1st, we're going to have Hokora refreshes. Then on the 8th, we're going to have score tallies, and then on the 9th, we're going to have results of those rankings. So here, this is going to be the new Hokora ruler, Megaton Kale. So with this, you're going to be fighting two of them in actual battle. So this is going to be a recommended for special classes level 60. In terms of the effective skills, weapon damage is actually not recommended here. It's actually resistant to it. So you want to use physical technique damage, spell damage, and then also breath damage. For effective attributes, pretty much Hyado and Bagi are going to be the effective attributes that you want to use. The ineffective attribute is actually going to be none, so it probably will be possible for you to use other attributes as well. Then here, special debuffs that it uses is going to actually be charm, and then down here in terms of special skills or special attacks is actually going to have a Fukitobashi, which is blow away. So that's going to be Megaton Kale. So besides that, we're still going to have the Hydra Hokora ruler. So I'm glad that we will have that, since with the pluses, I still want to try to get the soul of Swordoid. So hopefully I'm actually able to get that. We're still going to have the Merman, we're still going to have the Mandrills, and we're still going to have the Well Demon. The returning Hokora ruler for this particular season is going to be Subnaught. So Subnaught is a Hokora ruler that I actually have gone over in the past. So I will put a card right up here to the top right to that particular video. Then besides that, still going to have the Weather Hokora, and besides that, for the actual conditions for this particular Hokora season, pretty much going to be similar to previous seasons. In this case, there are going to be some where you cannot use any support skills at all, so no buffs. One where you can only use only one buff per battle. Again, there are going to be some where you can only use items. You can't use items beyond their maximum allowable capacity. You can't use items at all. Dew with the World Tree can only be used once, and also Adult Leaf of the World Tree can only be used once. So pretty much for here, the Hokora rulers that we have are all going to be continuing, but from the 9th, it looks like we're going to actually be saying goodbye to the Well Demon, so that's actually going to be a bit different. So in this case, here, in terms of the Weather Hokora rulers, here there's going to be information about them. So the monsters that are going to be appear for the Weather Hokora, it looks like from August 29th, this actually going to change. So pretty much up until 2:59 p.m. August 29th, we will have the current ones here, then most likely going to actually change. So yeah, so we'll see what happens with that there. Then here for the Hokora, other Hokora, looks like the Merman and also the Hydra plus battles, or the Hydra plus Hokoras. Just the plus Hokoras are actually going to end on the 25th with the actual event, but the regular Hokoras will actually be continuing on with the actual current season. So that's going to be that information there. And then over here, we're going to actually have another Monster Companion event. So this is going to be like events in the past where you actually get specific items for Monster Companions as you actually collect a certain number of Monster Companions. And of course, doing this, you'll be able to get this particular egg right here. So with this egg, if you hatch it, it's going to actually hatch Monster Companion that's going to have the highest quality possible, which is going to be Kyoku. So that's actually going to be quite good. But you do not control what particular Monster Companion is going to be. So it could be very high quality, but maybe not necessarily not so great Monster Companion that you would actually use in a battle, or especially in the Grand Prix. So that's going to be that there. So now with that said, since I did mention that Megaton Kale is going to actually be weak to Hyado and also Bagi, I'm actually going to have a mixed team. So here I'm going to have, like I said, a mixed team of Bagi and Hyado based weapons. So for here on my dragon, I'm going to have this particular character here, so equipped with the Flail of Destruction. So again, going to be Baki based. So this is going to work out quite well for doing damage to both enemies. So hopefully I will be able to do some pretty good damage to the Megaton Kales. Then here, this is going to be the Killer Machine Type 2 Destroyer Claw. So with this is going to do Hyado damage to the enemy. So this is actually going to be quite good. And I actually have done some battles off video, and I actually have gotten some Shadow Weaves with this particular weapon. So hopefully I can actually repeat that with this particular battle as well. Then over here, going to have my High Priest equipped with the Angel Rod. So again, going to be healing my characters and also be possibly debuffing the enemies as well. Then over here, this is going to be my Archmage equipped with the Ocean Whip. The Ocean Whip actually is pretty effective here because it actually does charm the enemies using Massive Enchanted Water Sphere. So that's actually going to really help me in battle in terms of causing the enemies to lose their turns. So pretty much, if you want to know more about this team, you can look down in the video description down below. But I want to go ahead into this particular battle. Or first, I actually want to go over the Megaton Kale not Mega Monster, but Hokora Ruler. So going to be right here. So here there is a 5,000.1 here. So with this, the conditions, I can't use items and I can't use any skills. So that's actually going to be quite difficult. But pretty much Megaton Kale, there's going to be two of them. There's going to be a demon type enemy. They're going to have around 145,000 HP each, 1 to 2 actions per turn. But if one of them does die, the remaining one will get a third action that is possible. And of course, the weaknesses here are going to be Hyado and Bagi. So pretty much for the actual abilities, sometimes the one on the left and the one on the right will have varying abilities. So for example, there's going to be one ability called Megaton Blow that's going to be used with the Megaton Kale on the right. So this is going to do around 550 Mera physical damage to all characters with a chance of lowering defenses by 2 ranks. So this particular damage that I have here, it varies because Megaton Kale, it can actually buff, so this number can go much higher depending on the type of buffs the Megaton Kale has on. Then besides that, it's also going to have an ability called Megaton Strike. So with that, that's going to be used by the one on the left. So with this does also around 550 Mera physical damage to all characters with a chance of lowering the attack power by 2 ranks. After that, it's going to have Bakuretsuken, which is Raging Fist. That does around 4 physical attacks to random characters for around 200 damage each. Again, if they're buffed, can go higher. Then it's also going to have a Kyoretsuna Ichigeki o Hanata, which is Strong Blow. This does around 450 to 550 physical damage to one character with a chance to blow them away from the battle for 2 rounds. After that, it's going to have boulder drop, so a Ganseki Otoshi, which is going to be a boulder drop. So this does around 170 to 200 damage to all characters. Then besides that, it's going to have a Miwaku no Masaru pose, which is a lowering muscle pose. This charms one character. So this can be quite annoying. It's usually used when their HP is a little bit low, under 50%. After that, it's going to have a Tatakai no Uta, which is a war song. This raises the attack power of both Megaton Kales by 1 rank. Then it's also going to have a war cry. The war cry, I have only seen the one on the right use. So with this raises weapon and physical technique damage by 1 rank. And it's also going to have a regular attack that does around 400 physical damage to 1 character. So notes for this particular Hokora Ruler. So you want to try to defeat both Megaton Kales around the same time. Otherwise, like I said before, the one on the left, the one that is left by itself will have up to 3 actions per turn. Then Megaton Kale is going to be susceptible to confusion and sleep. So you want to use skills that can produce those debuffs. Then you also want to try Manusa to cast Illusion on the enemies to increase the chances that their attacks will miss. And if you have a character using debuffs, equip souls and gear that will help you increase the chance of debuff success rates. And then since Megaton Kale is a demon, equip gear, souls, and soul pearls that give you resistances or damage to demons. So that's going to be that about Megaton Kale. So with this team, hopefully things go well. In terms of debuffs, I'm not going to be using, I'll try to use Rarihoma to see if I can actually put them to sleep. Hopefully I'm able to actually go before these particular monsters or these particular enemies, but we'll see what happens. But with that said, here we go. Okay, so here we go with this battle. So first going up is going to be my ninjas. So hopefully here I can get a shadow weave. We'll see what happens. So there, got a shadow weave on the one on the left. So there, ooh, good. So that missed. So if that actually connected, that would have blown my High Priest away from the battle. But here I want to go ahead and attack. Pretty much the only thing I can do. And here I'm just going to have to go ahead and attack there. Here, going to go ahead and use Ultra Hustle Lance. So no charms. Here, going to go ahead and attack again. Hopefully I can get another Shadow Weave. We'll see what happens. So nothing there. There goes Warcry, so increasing his skill damage. So here, going to go ahead and attack again. Okay, okay, there only got my ninja. So here, going to go again, head and attack, spell crit. So there, 15,000 damage. So there, and another spell crit. And not only that, that Megaton Kale is actually charmed. So here, what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and use Ultra Hustle Dance again. So here, pretty much with the attacks that I have, I can only attack enemies, pretty much all the enemies at once. So most likely going to knock the one out of charm. yes. Okay, and then again, only my ninja being affected by that. Same again, or see, but everyone's actually okay in terms of HP, the other characters. Pretty much a lot of those miss because of the effect that I have on with the Angel Rod. So here, my characters, the Megaton Kale on the left is actually charmed. So what I want to do here is, here what I'm actually going to do, I'm actually going to defend, which now I actually have that. So here I'm going to, you know what, I'm actually going to go ahead and attack. Hopefully I can get Shadow Weaves. So nothing there, but here going to go ahead and attack. So this should do some pretty good damage, especially with my dragon being at level 5. So got one Megaton Kale down. Got a miss there. One more attack, and ooh, good, that missed. That would have blown my character away. But now here going to go ahead and attack with my Archmage. So here, heal up. Okay. So here, going to again go ahead and attack. Hopefully can get some Shadow Weaves, or get a Shadow Weave, I should say. There, again, increased skill damage. There, attacked. And there goes Megaton Blow. But here, ooh, okay. Here is Spell Crit. And down. Okay. So this Hokora is worth 28,896 XP and 934 gold. So Megaton Kale is a red soul, and here I got a D. Okay, so that was my battle against the Megaton Kale. Pretty much not just any one of the regular Megaton Kale Hokoras, but it was going to be the hardest one, so worth 5,000 points in the rank. So pretty much with that, the conditions were I couldn't use any items and I couldn't use any buffs. So pretty much I just had to go straight with attacks and hopefully get some debuffs with weapons. For example, the Ocean Whip charming the enemy, so that actually did help. And then also with my ninja being able to Shadow Weave on the enemies. So yeah, that actually really did help out quite a bit with those particular weapons. But yeah, that was the Megaton Kale Hokora Ruler. So I probably I might try other weapons with this if I'm actually able to get the Dark Robes, Black Flames of the Dark Robes. I definitely would want to try using that with this particular Hokora Ruler. Usually weapons that come out around the same time as like this, like Hokora Rulers, or even the Journeys of Awakenings. Usually those are the ones you want to use for that particular event or that particular quest. But yeah, since I don't have it, I'm still trying to get it though. But with that said, yeah, so definitely I will be making another video. It's definitely going to go over the soul of the Megaton Kale once I do get it. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you would like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.